The works of God are so beautiful. Now, before you click off this video, if you're an atheist or agnostic, or you just don't believe in God, whatever the case may be, this isn't just going to be like a religious talk or anything of the sort. It's just more so a video kind of appreciating the works of the universe, whether you believe it's God or the Big Bang or whatever the case may be. It's just, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking through this right now and I want to record a video on it. I'm going to try and make this as best as possible for you as well, for whoever's watching this, whether you believe in God or not. But that's not the main topic of the video, I promise. Now, for anybody who has seen the anime Vinland Saga, that quote might sound familiar to you. It's a quote where Canute is sitting in the snow, and he says, "I understand. The snow, it's love, isn't it? The sky, the sun, the blowing wind, the trees, the mountains. And yet how can this be? The world is, the works of God is so beautiful, and yet there is no love in the hearts of men." Now, this quote is something that I think about often. Vinland Saga is one of my favorite anime, and it's because it has a lot of quotes like this and a lot of symbolism and a lot of just meaning to it for me personally. I think that it is an overall really meaningful story. Maybe some people don't think the same way, but to me, that's just how I interpret it. And this quote is one of the reasons why. I feel as if when you slow down in your life and you can start looking around and appreciating things appreciating things a lot more than you did before, which is something that I've been coming to realize myself recently, I feel like life kind of gets better, kind of gets calmer, gets more worth living in an appreciative manner. Don't get me wrong, I always appreciated nature and loved it and loved the animals and all these different things in it, but as I've been exploring more, I guess is the best way I can put it, I have come to an even deeper appreciation of things. I went to the city the other day with my brother and one of my buddies, and we were kind of just walking around. We parked and we were just walking around. We went to the common, we went to get some food, and it was one of the best experiences I've had in a pretty long time, where just being able to look at things differently, look at just the snow on the ground, the trees, the Christmas lights, the atmosphere, the cars driving around, all the buildings, just every single little thing was just incredible. And I looked at nature kind of like, okay, it's cool, it's very pretty, I love it, but I don't know if it's necessarily meditation, but when you kind of just start looking around and just taking some breaths, and you're just, it's just a sense of calm that I feel like I haven't really felt in quite some time, and quite frankly, I love it. And all of these works that I believe is God, but I'll say is works of the world, are genuinely just incredible. And it's not even just things that the earth itself has formed. We have man-made things as well, the cathedrals and the churches, and even paintings from the Renaissance, and all these buildings and paintings, and even photography it just captures the world in such a beautiful way that I feel like you can't help but look at it and just be appreciative of it, and how creative it is, and the beauty in it, and it just makes you feel so good. And it's one of these things that we are incredibly lucky to be alive to experience. The beauty of the mountains and how they look when there's snow on top of them, the trees, and obviously it's winter right now as I'm recording this, and the trees, admittedly, they don't look as good, but the fall trees are so beautiful, with the red and the yellow and the orange and all of these different things, or all these different colors rather, sorry. It's so beautiful. The sun, the warmth that you can feel from the sun, the sky, just looking up at the sky, a blue sky with some clouds in it, or even just nighttime, the stars in the sky, which it's kind of been taken from us, unfortunately, with all the light pollution in the cities. I don't even live in a city. I live in a pretty decently sized town, and the light pollution here is so bad that there are pretty much rarely any days where I can look up at the sky and see stars, and it's unfortunate. It kind of does suck, and I feel like it's kind of taking away the interest in space that a lot of kids have. And that's a topic for another discussion, but I'm not a fan of it. I think that's something a lot of people can agree on. I do miss being able to look up and just see the stars. And if you're lucky enough to live in a area that isn't too light polluted, don't take that for granted. Just be able to look up and enjoy those stars and how beautiful they are. And just taking a breath and looking at the sky is one of the best feelings I feel you can have. But I'm kind of getting a little bit off topic here. Regardless, though, the works of God, the works of this world, and how intricate everything is incredible to me, and it's always something that will be fascinating to me. The fact that no fingerprints are the same, the fact that our eyes, I can't even explain how they work, but the fact that we're able to see things, and the fact that our brains can produce so many thoughts in a single second, and all of these things that it does, and how it's performing all of these tasks, it's just incredible to me. And I it's something that I don't think that I'll ever understand, and maybe I don't think we're meant to understand fully how beautiful things are, but I feel like regardless, I feel like we have to do our best to be able to understand them, to take them in, because how can you look at all these things and just not be appreciative? But yeah, looking at these things and the intricate details of them is all just so incredible. With again, I'm kind of backtracking, but it's just how all of our bodies work and how animals work, and these instincts that we're born with, and the things that the natural fears that we have and the animals have to keep ourselves alive, like a fear of heights or a fear of death. All these things are ingrained in all of us. I guess heights is kind of subjective, but the fear of death and not knowing what happens in the afterlife, and if we just enter a purgatory, if we go to heaven or hell, if we reincarnate, if things just end and that's it, and you kind of go to sleep, and there's no, I'm trying to think through it right now, there's no thought, because you have that final breath, and that's it. Your soul doesn't go anywhere. Your soul, maybe it doesn't even exist, but it's something that, even though we can't understand it, it's another thing that I feel we need to appreciate. I don't think anyone will ever know the meaning of life. I think everyone has their own, but again, I'm kind of getting into different topics that are meant for different videos down in the future. But all these things in this world, and not even just on Earth, in space, in the solar system, the galaxy, all of these things are just so incredible, and the chance that we are lucky enough to experience them is also incredible. The moon just rotating around us, the fact that we've set foot on the moon, the fact that the sun is keeping us alive with its warmth, and yet if we were a little bit closer, we'd burn to death. Our planet our planet would exist, but we wouldn't be able to exist on it because of how hot it would be, or if we were a bit further, it would be too cold and we wouldn't be able to exist again because the life wouldn't be habitable for it. And that's the start of it. And then you have, the race that we all won, start everything out. But you have that race, and then you have your parents, and whether it was them who came to whatever country you were born, or their great grandparents, or their parents, or their grandparents, or whatever the case may be, them being in the country, or them moving you to whatever country you live in now, is an incredible part of who you are. So you start with the universe, and then you go to, the race, and then your parents, and then you being born, where you live, where you grow up, your social situation, whether you made a lot of friends, if you were a loner, your financial situation, the town you live in, the house you live in, the neighborhood, the town neighborhood, whatever, the school that you went to, the friends that you made. All of these things shaped you into the person that you are today, and I feel like that's just it's just another intricate detail where it's just so incredible to me. The same as the beauty of the world, the same as the mountains, the skies, the winds, all of these things. And for me personally, I don't even know if I'd be making this YouTube video if I wasn't the exact person that I am today. If I didn't go up to my friends in elementary school and meet them. And it's just these small things that changed my life forever. I wasn't even supposed to go to the elementary school that I ended up meeting most of my friends at. All of my friends at, actually. I got transferred in like 2nd grade, and if I didn't meet them, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. And it's an insane thought to think about all of these intricate little details of this world and of us as individuals and humans, how all of us are so different, how all of us have our own story. The Sonder, I couldn't think of a way to introduce it, but the realization that everybody has their own lives, their own personalities, the own things that happened in their lives in that day. If you have a conversation with someone at like a grocery store, they could have had the best or the worst day of their life, and it's just such a crazy thought to think about. And I do want to make a video on that eventually. I don't know if I'll be able to, because I don't know if I'll manage to fully make a 10+ minute video just talking about that, but we'll see. And the final part of the quote was, "And yet there is no love in the hearts of men." I don't know fully if I agree with this. There, in the show, of course, if you watch it, and how brutal it is, and how insane of a show it is, and how much crazy, horrible stuff is happening in that time period, in that setting of the show, I can understand. And truthfully, nowadays, I wouldn't necessarily say I fully disagree. We're destroying the planet day by day, and obviously it's not a great thing, but at the same time, there is undoubtedly love in certain people. I've met some of my best friends are so incredibly loving, caring, and I know for a fact that there's people out there with good hearts, with good intentions, who want to help the planet, who want to help people, help their families, their friends, even strangers. And that alone shows me that there is good people in this world. There is people with good hearts. Now, it's an intricate thing, and everybody has their own issues and their own wrongdoings that they've done in their lives. And maybe you can say that counts as not having love in their hearts. I wouldn't go that far necessarily, but we do kind of spit in the face of, in my view, God, or if you don't believe in God, in the face of the earth, by how we destroy it and how we litter and throw trash and oil into the oceans and into the rivers and all these different things. And admittedly, it is horrible. I don't think there's anybody that agrees with it or enjoys it. The fact that we've introduced so much light pollution, which I don't know if there's a way around it. I'm not educated enough to fully understand if there's any benefits of all the light pollution that we have around. I don't know if there's like a workaround rather to be able to have as much lighting and whatnot that's needed and not have the pollution at the night, but whatever. But it just feels like a spit in the face of the earth or of God, where there's such beautiful works like the stars, like the sky, like the oceans, the animals, the forests, and we're just destroying it. And if you want to look at it like that, then yeah, there really is no love in the hearts of men. But again, I can't personally say I would go that far. Regardless, I do think I'm kind of rambling here. This is like the 4th time I've tried recording the video. I think this is the rendition that I will be keeping. It's probably my favorite so far. If you have anything that you'd like me to talk about, please leave it in the comments. I will try my best. I'm really new to this. You're going to hear a lot of ands and ums and pauses and whatnot. Probably cut a lot of the pauses out, but I will try my best to get any ideas that you leave in the comments. I have probably 5 or 6 more, and I'm growing more and more every single day, just kind of random things that I think of. And I know you might be watching this and thinking, oh, this guy is just high as hell. He's just rambling and talking about random stuff. And admittedly, although I don't smoke, I will admit that I am kind of just rambling and talking about kind of random stuff. The channel was originally made to kind of just help me think through certain things like this, where I wanted to help myself and potentially help others appreciate, in the context of this video, the works of God or the works of the earth, and how beautiful things are, and how lucky we are to be alive and be the people that we are today. And eventually I wanted to get into mental health and whatnot. I do have some ideas already. I just haven't gone to the videos because I've kind of record these with strokes of inspiration. Like the first one that I did mention that I didn't think it was my first video, and this one, it's 3:32 in the morning on a Wednesday, and I'm just recording this now, just kind of on a spur of information or inspiration. Sorry, but again, if you have any topics, just leave them down below. I really do hope you guys enjoy these videos. If you have any suggestions or anything you think can change, please let me know. I'm really open to any criticism right now. I do know that this is a niche type of video. I don't know if anybody will even watch these or anyone will like them. I might just be sending them into the echo chamber and hoping for the best and hoping that it gets a view or two and potentially changes someone's view on anything, on whatever the topic of the video is. But again, thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you for the support and the love. Please leave a comment, like, maybe even subscribe. I got a few more ideas, like I said. It all helps a ton. It helps the engagement, and this is the second channel, so it has I think like 1 subscriber, so any engagement is much appreciated. Regardless, thank you guys so much for watching this, especially if you got it this far. Have a good day or night whenever you're watching this. Love you all. Peace.